name is Zach Shaver. I'm a physical therapist at Cure for the Kids. Day to day, I see kind of anywhere from patients with oncology diagnosis, as well as bleeding and clotting disorders such as hemophilia or von Willebrand's. And the age range is really anywhere from 2 to 3 years old to I've seen someone 67 years old. So it's definitely a wide range, but within a very unique and specific patient population. So I would say the biggest thing I've seen here and the benefit here is because we're in-house and right next to where a lot of these kids are getting treatment, in some cases on a daily basis, if they have a need for physical therapy services, we can get them in pretty much the same days they're here for other treatments. Typically have very little to no wait time to see us, whereas sometimes that's not always the case if they're to seek care outside of here. The biggest impact that we can have for these kids, especially their families, is helping with not only working with them on some of these side effects that can happen functionally, but also just the education piece, helping them understand what to look out for, especially some things they're already maybe going through and not sure why. Sometimes, especially when they're newly diagnosed, they get hit with so much information that oftentimes these things are mentioned, but it's hard to remember everything you're told in that situation. So we have that role to help give them that knowledge of, hey, you're going through this treatment and there's these things that can happen, such as chemo-induced peripheral neuropathy. And our role definitely helps facilitate that knowledge and then help come up with a game plan, both in physical therapy and for at home, to help manage those symptoms and comorbidities. Often we try to introduce ourselves early in the process when kids are newly diagnosed, and I've had a few instances where it was the patients and their families weren't aware we were here, but oftentimes it's either a sense of relief or excitement or definitely a strong interest that we're here, knowing that if these side effects and symptoms start to arise, that we have services right here that they can seek out and have right there for them.